Hello everyone, this is Joe W. Today I'm re-reviewing Now That's I Call Music 91 and Now That's I Call Music 92. Both albums came out in 2015. The Now 91 artwork looks really great to me. I like the fact the logo's surrounded by colourful water slides, looks very detailed, and in the advert the logo slides out one of the slides, really cool. Now 92 artwork looks alright, very similar to Now 74 except the logo's in white. It's quite nice for its snowflake details, but not one of the best artworks. Let's get to the track lists. Now 91 has 44 top chart hits. Disc 1 kicks off with Ellie Goulding, Love Me Like You Do from 50 Shades of Grey. Pretty overrated song, but I found this song okay. Wiz Khalifa feats Charlie Puth, See You Again from Furious 7 as a tribute to Paul Walker, and it is a brilliant rap tune, one of my favourite ones as well, alongside Omi, Cheerleader, Felix Jane remix radio edit. Really iconic remix, really like the music and the chords in this one. Jason Derulo, Want to Want Me, a great pop classic. Little Mix, Black Magic. Does get overplayed, but I found this song alright. Tiny Temper feat Jess Glynn, Not Letting Go, a pretty good rap tune. Major Lazer and DJ Snake feat Mo, Lean On, kind of meh. Years and Years, Shine, a great synth pop tune, we like music. Asta Marigold, Get Stupid, a brilliant underrated pop tune, one of my favourites. But my favourite of Now 91 is Walk the Moon, Shut Up and Dance, a really iconic upbeat rock tune, love the chorus and the rock music. Rita Ora, Poison, an alright pop tune. Natalie LaRose feat Jeremiah, Somebody, loosely based off I Wanna Dance with Somebody, except some different lyrics, but is a decent pop tune. Nick Jonas, Jealous, this solo tune's fine. John Newman, Come and Get It, I like this one as well, good cause. Ed Sheeran and Rudimental, Bloodstream, I found an okay drum and bass tune, of course the original one's okay as well. Corey Ray Jepsen, I Really Like You, of course Tom Hanks is in the music video, and this one's quite decent. Meghan Trainor, Dear Future Husband, has similarities to Ori Murs' Dance With Me Tonight and Dion's Run Around Sue. I found this one okay, alongside Iggy Azalea feat Jennifer Hudson, Trouble, and Jessie J, Flashlight from Pitch Perfect 2. James Bay, Let It Go, nothing to do with Frozen. I found his ballad okay. I also found Florence and the Machine, Ship to Wreck okay. Hosier, Someone New, a decent ballad to close the disc. Disc 2 kicks off with Lost Frequencies, Are You With Me, a great chilled house tune, alongside Kygo feats Comrade Seal, Firestone, we like the chorus. David Sally, House Every Weekend. I believe this was the first number 1 to chart on Friday after moving on from Sunday to Friday. I found this house tune okay. Of course, Now 91 was the first album to be released on the Friday. Of course, most of them used to be on the Monday before that. David Guetta feats Nicki Minaj, BB Rexha and Afrojack, Hey Mama. Pretty good tune as well, although Nicki Minaj's rap could have been better. Flo Rida feat Robin Thicke and Verdone White from Earth, Wind and Fire. I don't like it, I love it. A brilliant rap tune, one of my favourites alongside Galantis, Run Away, You and I, a brilliant dance tune, love a break beat. Squirx and Diplo, under the name Jack Hugh, with Justin Bieber, Where Are You Now? I found this dance tune alright. Krypton Conan feat Jeremiah, Freak of the Week, didn't work for me honestly, probably Jeremiah's weakest tune. Fifth Harmony feat Kid Ink, worth it. I found an okay pop tune, the saxophone solo could have been better. Dio and Chris Brown, 5 More Hours, a brilliant underrated dance tune with a big beat, one of my favourites, alongside Lunch Money Lewis, Bills, an iconic rap tune here. Then we have one of my favourite Avicii songs, Waiting for Love, a brilliant dance tune, love the breakbeat, and Simon Aldred's vocals and chorus. Clean Bandit, Stronger, with vocals from Alex Neil. I found an alright dance tune. Sam Felt feats Kimberly Ann, Show Me Love, kind of a mid cover of a Robin S classic. Robin S's version is much better to me. Blonde feats Alex Neil, All Cried Out, a really good follow-up to I Loved You. Cargo feats Parson James, Star Wars Show, doesn't beat Firestone, but I like this one more over the years, it's pretty nice. Rudimental feats Roy Vance, Never Let You Go, not keen on this one honestly, alongside Pep and Wash, Rumours, honestly not a fan of this. Dr. Cucho and Grego Solto feat. Ambrun, Can't Stop Praying, Makes Me High. Oliver Heldon's vocal edit, another excellent underrated dance tune, one of my favourites. I love the chorus, fits well. Lethal Bizzle feat. Distortion, Festa Skank. I'll admit, I find this rap tune quite fun, though music could have done some tweaking. Martin Garrix feat. Usher, Don't Look Down, another brilliant dance tune, one of my favourites. Love Usher's vocals. Tove Lo, Talking Body, an okay finish. Now 92 has 46 top chart hits. Disc 1 kicks off with Sam Smith, Writing's on the Wall, which is a theme song to Spectre. Spectre's a good film, though I found the song itself really miserable in my opinion. Not a fan of this one at all. Justin Bieber, What Do You Mean? A pretty good Justin Bieber song actually, I like the music. The Weeknd, Can't Feel My Face, my second favourite Weeknd song behind Save Your Tears, a really iconic pop tune. Calvin Harris and Disciples, How Deep Is Your Love, a brilliant house tune, one of my favourites. Of course, Inna Waldson did vocals. Naughty Boy feat. Beyonce and Ara Benjamin, Runnin', Lose It All. I found this one okay. Charlie Puth feat. Meghan Trainor, Marvin Gaye. I found this one fine. Our City feat. Adam Levine, Locked Away. A brilliant feel-good pop tune, one of my favourites. Love the chorus. Rachel Platten, Fight Song. Jess Glynn, Don't Be So Hard on Yourself. I found this too alright. Ollie Murs, Kiss Me. I quite like this Ollie Murs tune. I also quite liked Ellie Goulding, On My Mind. Quite a catchy chorus. Little Mix, Love Me Like You. I found this one okay. One Direction, Drag Me Down, their first song without Zayn, and it's a pretty good one. Demi Lovato, Cool for Summer. This one's alright. Years and Years, Eyes Shut. A nice ballad from Years and Years. Grace feat. Jeezy's cover of Rezzy Gore's You Don't Owe Me from the House of Fraser advert, and I'm not a fan of this one at all, honestly. I'm not a fan of the visual either. Birdie, Wings, Acoustic, an okay ballad. Aurora, Half World Away for the John Lewis advert. I very much prefer Oasis version, and this version I'm not into much. Jamie Warson, Wasn't Expecting That. Ed Sheeran, Photograph. Both these tunes are alright. Selena Gomez feat. A$AP Rocky, Good For You. Pretty depressing in my opinion, didn't like this one at all, particularly A$AP Rocky's rap. 5 Seconds of Summer, She's Kinda Hot, my favourite of Now 92. Yes, I like it a bit better than Can't Feel My Face, an excellent pop rock tune, love the chorus in this one too. The Vamps, Wake Up, a great pop rock tune to close the disc. Disc 2 kicks off with KDA feat. Tiny Temper and Katy B, Turn Music Harder, Rumble, a brilliant dance tune to open the disc, one of my favourites. Love Tiny Temper's rap and Katy B's chorus. Grantus, Peanut Butter Jelly. This one's alright. The vocals could have been better. Sigala, Easy Love, based off Jackson 5 ABC, and it's a great remix to me. Martin Solveig and GTA, nothing to do with Grand Theft Auto. Intoxicated, I find an alright dance tune, alongside MNEK and Zara Larson, Never Forget You. Diplo and Sleepy Tom, Be Right There, based off Jade's Don't Walk Away, a brilliant dance version in my opinion, one of my favourites. Felix Jane feat. Jasmine Thompson, Ain't Nobody, Loves Me Better. I like this cover actually. Pia Mia feat. Chris Brown and Tyga, Do It Again. Another really good tune from those three. Rudimental feat. Ed Sheeran, Lay It All On Me. I found this tune alright. Sigma feat. Ella Henderson, Glitter Ball. I had some more over the years. It's a really nice tune. Disclosure feat. Sam Smith, Oh Men. Not keen on this one honestly. Fetty Wap, Trap Queen. I weirdly like this one. I think it's quite catchy. Formats B, ooh, chunky. Terrible house tune in my opinion. Didn't like the vocals at all or the music. Western, Into. None of my favourites on this one. Really like this one. Ariana Grande, Focus. Of course it's quite strange, but this pop tune's quite okay. Then we have a 2015 viral hit, Watch Me Whip, Nay Nay. This song is super repetitive, but it's quite catchy. Joe Stone feats. Montel Jordan, The Party. This Is How We Do It, a brilliant remix to Montel Jordan classic, one of my favourites. Nick Brewer feats. BB Borelli, Talk To Me, which samples Crystal Waters' Gypsy Woman. I found it an okay rap tune. KSI feats. JME, Keep Up. I found it quite entertaining. Wretch V2 feat. Ambery and Progression. Alright with me. A pretty good rap tune. Philip George and Anton Powers, Alone No More, based off Another Level's Be Alone No More, a brilliant remix, one of my favourites. Kygo feat Elle Henderson, Here For You. This one's alright. Ben Haynau feat Kelly Clarkson, Secondhand Heart, a decent way to close the disc. That's the whole track lists. Here's an advertisement for Now That's I Call Sing on video games. Here's disc 1, I like the designs. Disc 2, win a 40-inch TV, already won by someone. Here's that competition again on the left, already closed. Here's disc 1, has some good designs on it too. Disc 2, advertising the Now Music channel. Here's the Now 91 booklet, contains some copyright information, pictures of each artist, information about each song and where they charted, and some more artwork, really nice. And here's the Now 92 booklet, advertisements for Now Sing Again, and copyright information is online, along with Now 107. And here's some pictures of each artist, information about each song, and where they charted. And advertisements for more Now spin-offs. Now 91 is a brilliant Now album to me. A lot of iconic classics, I really like on this one. Great variety. Now 92 is good too. It also has a good variety, though it doesn't beat Now 91 in my opinion. That's my review on Now That's I Call Music 91 and Now That's I Call Music 92. Hope you enjoyed. What's your favourite songs of these albums? Comment down below, and I'll see you next video.